all right. Let's get it popping, get it cracking up in this piece. What's good, fam? What's good with your life? Know what the vibes is here. We're going to talk about the six ways to make a woman submit, all right? Oftentimes, guys get off to the wrong start with these women, and they lose the whole trajectory of having the masculine position, and the woman end up taking control, end up running the relationship. He finds himself running around and not knowing who he is, all right? We're going to get into that. We're going to get into the antidote, how to keep your masculinity and keep the control as far as your masculine position in her world, okay? So we're going to get into it. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, comment below. When you hear your family, you know we got you. Don't go away.
I pray for my homies out there. Please God, give them strength. Please God.
All right, so let's talk about submission. Let's talk about relationships and dating. And yeah, there's roles that each of us play. And making her submissive doesn't mean dominating her in a way where it's degrading or make her feel as if she's a servant to you. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about, again, owning the role in the relationship, keeping the clarity, right, of position, right, for the polarity to be rich and to be healthy. You know, oftentimes the lines get crossed and the two become friends, or you fall into this friend mode and buddy mode. Next thing you know, the romance is gone, the attraction is gone, and she's gone. So we're going to get into it. This can go in any order, but this is my top order, and these are the most important to me anyway. I think it's important, and I'm going to put them in the order I feel they're most important right now. Number one, setting the frame. This is one of the most important rules of being a man, being in your masculinity, right? Being your masculine, okay? In a relationship, when you're meeting someone for the first time, guys, it's an interview. I always say that, and I'll hold to that. It's an interview. You're trying to see what she's about. She's damn sure want to see what you're about. So she's watching, guys. She's looking. And listen, I know women say, oh, I don't judge, and I don't judge people for, I see them. No, everyone does it. They have to. They have to see what they're getting into, right? The kind of person are you safe? They have to do that. Now, they may not call it judging. They may call it prospecting. They may call it whatever. You can dress it up any way you want to, but you're still trying to gauge if someone is safe or not. They're supposed to do that. It's in their filtering system. It's hardwired in their DNA to make sure, hey, is he safe around? Is he safe around me? Potential kids, can he make me feel safe and happy? At the end of the day, women want to feel safe, guys. And based on how you behave toward her in a masculine way will change her mood. It makes her feel as if, you know what, with this guy, he has control. I can trust his judgment to take us further into the future. Doesn't mean like I said, doesn't mean you're dominating her or ruling her in a sense where you're ordering her around, but you have the dominant masculine energy, right? That's dominating her submissive feminine energy. Feminine energy is always submissive, okay? Masculine is masculine. Now, the roles can change depending on the couple, situations, again, like I said, but the idea here is to maintain a masculine frame, right? Because she can stay in her feminine when you do it that way, when you do it right, passing her test. Now, because you're in a masculine frame, for example, she wants to make sure there'll be times where she's going to test you, right? Being in a masculine frame, you have certain standards. You've discussed certain things with her that she sees the behaviors and how you move. Now, these things will be tested at times, guys. When you stop doing the things you used to do, if you go into an LTR, which is long term, or a marriage, or you're just dating for, and it goes on and on and on. At times, guys, there'll be rocky roads. There'll be times where she'll test your boundaries to see how you respond, and you have to check her, right? This way, she knows that you're consistent. All right, that's also gives her a spark, and sometimes relationships get stale. So women will do certain things, and it's in them to kind of, kick the tires, make sure the car still runs well. That's their job, you know. And you don't get upset about women testing you. Most guys say, why is she testing me all the time? They're always crazy. They say this, they say that, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. Right. They're expecting you to stay masculine, right? To reel them in, to discuss with them, hey, you know, what's going on with you, this, that, and the third thing. And they'll say, well, I had a bad day at work. My boss gave me a hard time. And this girl that goes on coffee break with me, she always uses the microwave before I do. She knows I'm going to use it. Or she moves my food from the second rack on the shelf to the third rack on the shelf. And you're there to listen, you see. That's what she's really, if you're in your masculine frame and she's doing things like this, you know she's testing you and she's reaching out. And once you pass this test, you know, and you address her needs, she'll fall back in love. She'll be more attracted because you're still that man that she thought you was. 3, the power of silence. It's being silent, okay? Letting her do a lot of the talking. Letting her see that moment of silence. Silence creates also tension, guys. It creates, it's for all that you are, the less you have to say, right? You're not fishing to entertain her. You're not fishing to feel her out, to see what kind of mood she's in today. You know, you're not asking her every 5 seconds, are you okay? What's going on? How are you feeling? Oh, by the way, try to create conversation. Instead, you're just in your alpha frame and you just be. As you stay masculine, she'll come around. She'll enjoy where she's at if she wants to. She stays feminine when she is. She may wonder, you know what? I wonder what he's doing over there. What's got him occupied? And then she'll come and approach you. And then she sees also the part of, she'll see that you are, you know, you can maintain, you're happy within yourself, right? Because you don't need to be entertained by the outside world. You're entertained, you're thinking, you're always processing thoughts. This is very attractive to women because they don't know what your next move is going to be, and it's uncertainty. But it's positive uncertainty on her behalf because she doesn't know what you're thinking. You're inquisitive, you're curious. She always wants to know what's your next move, what's on your mind, right? She wants to step into your world because she's not. She wants to get in your world. Getting into your world for her is a challenge, right? A beautiful challenge. Number 4, leading the conversation, leading the interaction between the two of you. For example, say you're sitting around the house, maybe you are silent. You decide, you know what? I'm going to go out. You know, you ask her, hey, I'm taking a step outside. I'm going to go for a little ride. You want to join me? She may say, wow, you know what? Sure. Where you going? And a little mystery, right? You tell her, hey, come on, you'll find out. Which sparks her curiosity. She drops what she's doing. Let me get ready. Runs to the bathroom. Freshens up. She's all excited, right? It could be just to the ice cream store. It could be just to the park. But the idea is that it's spontaneous. It's simple. You didn't draw up a big plan, itinerary. You know, we're going here, here, here. No, simple. Hey, you know what? You got up. You made a move. Made an announcement. Hey, I'm walking. I'm leaving. I'm making a move. She wants to join. Come with. Sure. Spontaneous. She's excited. She knows what to expect, but she knows she's safe. Also leading conversations. Whoever leads the conversation leads the interaction when it comes to conversations. Number 5, mysterious. Especially like in talking. Being a mystery is always attractive to women because it keeps them thinking about you. You're on their mind. They don't know, especially when they're not around you, right? In absence, you being a mystery keeps her wondering and keeps her thinking about you. No matter what you're doing, you're at work, you're going through your life, you're moving within your purpose, and she's doing whatever. She'll take a moment and wonder because you wonder what you're doing. She doesn't know, right, your whereabouts. She knows that you're doing something she's not sure. It's exciting for her not to know. It makes her anxious. It makes her nervous. It makes her worry. It makes her attractive. Go figure. It's women. Go figure. So all these things, this little cornucopia, little roller coaster of emotions is triggered inside of her. And ultimately, in her subconscious mind, she thinks, you know, if I'm anxious and I'm this and that, I must really like this guy. You see, it becomes her idea, right? Because of all the changes and the emotions she's going through, thinking about the mystery man, it creates attraction. Number 6, emotional masculinity. This is when you are in your masculine frame, no matter what's going on around you. Again, your woman feels safe. You control your emotions in a masculine way. This is when it comes to, I did a video on not reacting versus responding, right? When you get into an interaction with a woman or anyone else, they don't rattle your cage. They don't get you shooken up. They don't take you out of your frame, and now you're yelling and barking and all this kind of stuff right here. Instead, you stay calm, chill, and you stay in your masculine frame. This way, you're thinking from a calculative spot, right? You're in a calculative position to make a clear decision. This is a strong sign of a leadership trait. For example, if you're in a restaurant and maybe someone chokes on chicken bone or something, right? Or someone panics or someone falls out, and everyone panics, and you stand masculine and you go over, say, for example, you do a Heimlich maneuver or something like that, right? The person chokes the chicken bone up, spits it out, and and maybe he or she is, they give them some water, and you calm down, and you take you get them back, and all this kind of stuff. So now the fact that you was able to handle the situation when it was crazy and unhinged, everyone else was able to stay calm because why? You were calm. The minute you said, hey, you know what? Go get water. You get a towel. You call 911. This, that. You delegated and took orders in an intense moment. Everyone else is anxious and wild, and their emotions are high. You remain calm, and everyone else starts to remain calm. This is very, very attractive to women. This is a strong sign, again, of a leadership trait. And when you do these things right, she will be submissive, guys. Think about that. How could she not be? You're showing these leadership skills. You're showing these traits. She has nothing. She has no choice but to submit because you're proof positive for her. That what you're doing in a restaurant or you're out somewhere else, the social proof alone will cause her to submit to you because there's no need to test. Now, testing will come. Like I said, you start falling off the wagon a little bit, you get a little too much work and you're too busy to focus and you fall off a little bit. She's there to nudge you a little bit with a little test, a little shit test here and there. And you go, oh, must be falling off. Let me get her back. Let me check her and get her back on track. So listen, guys, like, subscribe, comment below. When you hit your family, I got you. Excel and